Hey there, Air Canada traders and investors. It's Rod with Powell Group. Welcome back in the Pursuit of Wealth. It's Friday, May 7th, and I hope you are all well today. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Air Canada stock. So they reported earnings today, and they came in with a revenue beat versus the estimates, but missed on the EPS and had a $1.3 billion loss. So before we jump into today's video, we'll cover the Air Canada stock and its earnings, what the reaction was, and we'll look at the chart and what to expect over the next few days and weeks. But before we do, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. So Air Canada reported a $1.3 billion loss in the first quarter compared to a loss of $1 billion in the same quarter last year as the economic crisis continued to limit travel. And they actually made a plea to the Trudeau government today to loosen some of the travel restrictions heading into the summer. So we'll keep an eye on that over the next few weeks. We entered lockdowns here in Alberta, and there's lockdowns in Ontario, and starting to potentially gain traction across the rest of the country and provinces as well. So we'll continue to monitor it, but with shots and everything rolling out, we'll see if the panic and all of the hype and fear and all that just kind of subsides over the next few weeks. But it's not looking good at the moment, but as long as we continue to see improvements in the economy, this will likely do well for Air Canada stock, right? So we also had an algo alert on Air Canada that it was very bearish. So our in-house proprietary algo alert basically said that it was expecting Air Canada to drop to around the $20 area. And it recommended to buy between $25 and $20 with a target ultimately of about $40. So once we do have the travel pickup and tourism pickup again, I mean, there's going to be a ton of pent up demand. So, and I think that it could absolutely rocket back up to $40 or $50. But no immediate reason to be bullish on the stock. We've been saying for a while that their earnings were likely going to be bad and that we didn't expect anything positive. And I think it was pretty much priced into this point that the earnings are going to be bad. So let's take a look at the numbers. EPS was forecasting at negative 2.83, came in at negative 3.9, so a fairly significant miss there. And revenue came in at $729 million versus $671.3 million forecasted. And if we look at the period for May a year ago, came in at $3.72 billion versus $3.7 billion. So that is a drastic drop in revenue because of the economic crisis that we have on our hands. So taking a look at the Air Canada chart, we are just looking for a daily higher low, and it looks like we're going to be forming a daily equilibrium here with a low, high, higher low, trying to form a lower high, and we'll see which way this breaks. But if we break 25.88 from here, we would confirm a daily uptrend, and then that would set our weekly higher low here at 2270, but after that we have no support down till 1937, sorry. And on the daily time frame, we have support at 2270. After that, 2081, and then 1937. We did hit daily oversold there on that pullback to 2270. And let's just take a look on the weekly chart. We are still extremely bearish on the weekly, below the 10-week moving average. Stochastic and MACD are still trending lower. We topped out at the 100-day moving average, and we've been topping out more recently at the 200 weekly moving average. But we still have yet to lose the 50 weekly, and that's down at 2073, and we haven't tested it yet. And you got to help but wonder what happens if the S&P 500, check out my broader market video from earlier, but what happens if the broader market sees any weakness. We could easily be heading down to the $20 area and that 50 weekly moving average, in my opinion. And also the 200 daily moving average down at 2138. So I could see us possibly heading down to $20, maybe even see a flush of $20. I will look to start building a position around 20 or maybe 21 around that 200 DMA, but not rushing in on this one. Just taking my time. I just did a BYND video on Beyond Meat. You can check that video out as well, but essentially the same thing, just being patient and waiting for the trade to come to me. And looking at these charts, it looks like we could see further downside. We did hold the weekly VWAP here at the close of this weekly candle, so that was notable. But just taking a look at the weekly chart one more time. So we are consolidating, looking to form that weekly higher low. So we need to change the daily trend ASAP to set those weekly higher lows to be absolutely confident. But again, I don't own any position right now in Air Canada. Let me know in the comments below if you're bullish, if you have a position, and whether or not you're looking to enter. Again, I'm going to be looking to enter. The algo liked it around $20, and I'll be looking for a potential flush of 20 ultimately. But ultimately, I'm bullish the stock. We also have a gap here from the pre-March lows in 2020 sitting at 41.86. So I could definitely see a move up to $40 here by the end of the summer. But again, not set up that well if SPY sees any real weakness. But we are at all-time highs. We had an all-time high record daily and weekly candle close today. So we will see how the stock reacts on any significant market weakness. But going to end it there. Again, let me know in the comments below if you are eyeing a position or if you already have a position, whether or not you're bullish on or bearish on AC in the short term and long term. But with that, going to end it there. We'll see you a little bit later on for an MJ sector review. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you again next week after market close. Take care, everyone.